It's kind of taboo, disgusting to so many, and disturbing to so many, yet so many women are finding that it's helping them too. Aloha sparkles! Aloha sparkles, and welcome to today's vlog. If you're new here, I'm Leola, a 19-year-old mama of 3 babies living in Hawaii. Today what I'm going to be talking about is a little bit controversial, a little weird, a little bit for the open-minded. Definitely appeals maybe to the more alternative crowd. There's probably going to be a lot of interesting comments, but I was feeling so inspired to film this because I posted a picture in my story on Instagram of a placenta capsule because I've chosen to eat my placenta. I know to so many people this just sounds weird and gross and disgusting. And if this kind of thing does gross you out, X out now, because I will be talking about eating my placenta, a human organ. I'm by no means a medical expert. I chose to eat my placenta because I wanted to, based on my own personal research. I made that personal choice for myself, but of course, everybody to each is their own. I'm going to be talking about just like the different experiences that people that I know have had with eating their placenta, as well as my own, because I know everybody has a different experience with it if they do choose to do so. So basically, I have twin boys who are 2 years old, where I had an emergency C-section and my placenta was discarded afterward. I wasn't able to like choose to keep it or anything like that. I know a lot of people would never want to keep their placenta, totally understand, but I have always been interested in it. I was interested in consuming it with my twin boys, but it was discarded. And I also have now learned that when you're given medication in hospital, which I was with the boys, I was given horse tranquilizer and tons of different things to stop my labor, stuff like that. So those things go directly to your placenta. So I wouldn't have even wanted to consume my placenta. It was basically toxic at that point. And this is true in a lot of cases. Your placenta can be toxic, can have a buildup of bacteria, and not be safe to consume. So you always want to have your placenta analyzed by a medical expert, such as a midwife or something of the sort, to analyze whether or not your placenta is good for consumption or not. Now, there's different ways you can consume your placenta. There are those kinds who can stomach eating their placenta raw. A lot of people do claim that this is the healthiest way to eat your placenta, just because it's raw, it's fresh, hasn't been messed with, nothing's been messed with, it's in its purest form. A lot of people choose to make a stir fry or put it in a smoothie after giving birth. And the way in which I consumed it, coda. The way in which I consumed it is by dehydrating the placenta in either an oven or a dehydrator, then blending up your placenta and encapsulating it into capsules. This is another way to do it. The way that I did it with my daughter Everly, after having a home birth with her and a very uncomplicated, unmedicated situation, I made the decision to keep half of my placenta to dehydrate and eat, and keep the other half for planting. So I still haven't planted the other half of my placenta, but I am currently eating my placenta in about 50 or so capsules that we made. My personal experience with eating my placenta is super positive. I started taking it as soon as we dehydrated it, which was as soon as I gave birth. So probably within 4 days of giving birth, I started to take it. First time I took it, I honestly had like a trippy experience. I felt like in a blissed out space. It made me feel really good, and it was super noticeable to me that it was this placenta capsule that made me feel that good. It was noticeable for me. So I believed in the placenta medicine after I had noticed such a big difference with it. Now, if you want to know some of the potential benefits of eating your placenta, it can help to minimize postpartum bleeding, increase your milk supply, and help to battle postpartum depression. I'm gonna say this is different for everybody in their own personal situation, because what I'm going to say, and what I think a lot of the comments are going to be, is that there's no actual medical proof that consuming the placenta has any benefits whatsoever. There's no actual medical evidence. Now, there are millions of women who have been practicing this for thousands of years and highly believe in it, and after my personal experience, I believe there's definite potential with placenta medicine and it being a super healing thing. I feel happier, I feel higher energy, and just overall really good whenever I take my placenta capsules. Now, I'm gonna speak on behalf of a friend I know who attempted to eat her placenta after having a premature birth, and it was a traumatic situation. She wanted to try to eat her placenta, so they encapsulated it for her, and she took it and she noticed that she actually started bleeding more and just not feeling as good. So I just want to let you know that people have different experiences with it. Not all are positive, not all are negative. There's such a wide range of opinions regarding eating your placenta, and it's kind of taboo, disgusting to so many, and disturbing to so many, that so many women are finding that it's helping them too. So what I personally believe is that you should obviously do what you're comfortable with, what you feel drawn to do, what your heart tells you to do in terms of eating your placenta. It doesn't make you cooler. It doesn't make you super cool if you don't eat your placenta. You know what I mean? It's just like to each his own kind of thing. I believe that if you had a healthy pregnancy, a healthy birth, and are feeling drawn to trying to eat your placenta, you should definitely give it a shot. Also, have never noticed having a low supply of milk, but I think this definitely could possibly aid having such a large amount of milk. I also really don't have a fussy baby. Not saying that has anything to do with eating the placenta. You guys are gonna think I'm really weird after this one. My baby isn't fussy and I eat my placenta too. I don't know. Really could be so unrelated, like 100%. As far as doing this extra thing after giving birth, how you find someone to do it or how you do it yourself, you can of course Google it. There are some doulas and midwives that will do it for you, will encapsulate your placenta for you, because there is a specific way to do it to just preserve the placenta and the nutrients and the health benefits of it. You have to act quickly with it. You can't let it sit out in the air for too long. You need to freeze it right away, and just like different things like that. So I would definitely do all your research on this beforehand if you were looking to eat your placenta. I'm really not trying to be controversial with this subject. I just did choose to eat my placenta, and even though it's kind of like a weird topic, I wanted to share it because I have had moms ask about it and just want to know about it because they feel that it's taboo and that people don't really like to talk about it. So I thought, since I've had a positive experience with it, I would share, just to maybe give confidence to mamas who want to do this but aren't sure if they should follow their heart with it. This was my video about me eating my placenta, and if you're not into it, totally fine with me. I'm just sharing my own personal experience. If I can help at least one person, that's all I'm going for. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching my videos. Thank you for giving thumbs ups and subscribing to our channel. We love you all so much for coming back to us and watching us every day. So give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.